CJCA 930 CJCA.
That's ABBA from last year and Dancing Queen by request this morning at Radio 93. Oh, yeah. Do like that tune. 6 minutes past 1 o'clock. Good morning to you. John Carter, right through until 6 o'clock. -8 in the outside. And here's Elvis. Hello. Do like that one. If you listen to this show with any regularity, or whatever the word may be, you know that I always get my hunger pangs, you see, because, well, I eat early, you know, in the early evening of the day before, and always get hungry, so, and I never have anything to eat around here, right, so I'm scurrying around in the lunchroom looking for leftover lunches and things, so I thought, well, I'll really get on top of things tonight, so I packed myself a nice little lunch, and actually I did quite a good job. I'm not too good when it comes to whipping things together for lunches, but I did an excellent job, and it's all packed, sitting in the fridge in the coffee room, and I have one bad stomach, and I'm not going to be able to eat this morning. Oh, well, who cares? 14 past 1 o'clock by request this morning of Radio 93. We got sweet baby James Taylor. I'd like to see your smiling face.
And we'd like to say happy birthday to Mark Summers today. Harry wants to wish you the very best, and we send those wishes along with Harry. So, Mark, have a nice birthday and a real fine day today.
CJCA.
Trying to show and tell on CJCA. It's 10:46 right now, 18 degrees in the capital city. I know right here that I am supposed to be doing something like football forecast, but I cannot find my football forecast sheet right now. So we'll get to that in just a couple moments.
Undercover Angel, all day on Sports Radio 93, CJCA 27. Before news time at 9 o'clock with Ronnie Peck. And the Peckers out there pecking around somewhere. Good Lord, the young fella's disappeared. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, not too much, huh? It's a great evening for ducks. 12 degrees outside.
This weekend.
Well, I just looked out the window, and what a disgusting sight I saw. Yes, if you tune your radio in this evening on FM 97.3 CJCA stereo, you're going to hear Rock Sculpture and On the Rocks with The Reefer, Chris Stevens. Hey, by the way, you know what I got for you now? Some more King of the Klondike jazz. More results in the competitions, to be sure. In the log chopping competition, finalists are Cal Colada, that's right, Walter Koschel, and Milt McKee. In the rope climbing get a load of this rope climbing competition, right? You're not allowed to stand up. You got to sit down and just hoist yourself up with arms only. And you got to go 25 feet. Oh God, I can't even get out of bed in a sitting position. Anyway, the finalists are Mark McCulloch, Tony Sanger, and Rod Cabridge. In the flower pack races, this is where you carry 250 pounds strapped to your back for 25 yards. Finalists are John White, Ken LaCusta, and Milt McKee. After 2 days of competition, Tony Singer is in first place, by the way, with 4 points, or 24 points. Oh, Newfie, get it right. Rod Cabridge is in second with 18 points, and Carl Collada and Milt McKee are tied for third with 15 points each. Tomorrow, Saturday's competition gets underway at 10 a.m. at Emily Murphy Park with the River Crossing event. Hey, sounds like Jim Elliot is going to be down there tomorrow. Yeah, our noble salesman. And he's going to be emceeing that event. By the way, fellas, when Bob Arnold goes down, throw him in, will you? He needs a bat. At noon, we're going to have back at the Haverlock Park the log rolling event. Love these things. The canoe portage and the steeplechase events get underway. That's at noon tomorrow. And the closing ceremonies and the crowning of the King of the Klondike Days are scheduled for Haverlock Park around 8 p.m. Park and ride will be in effect tomorrow from Jubilee Auditorium. Listen, I'm going to just go have to gargle with some DDT or something. Hey, let's find a little tatsa. Oh, God, that is something else.
You get in your car.
What a voice on that guy. Way on down. Can you imagine this? Good Lord, he gargles with Drano. 3 before 9, GM 12 degrees in the outside. Here's B.J. Thomas. Don't worry, baby, I'm only bankrupt.
This is Ron Peck, CJCA News. It's 9:03.
Ron, I've got to ask you a question.
Just one?
Well, probably a multitude. Have you been out to the, have you been taking part in the K-Days yet?
Well, a little bit, yeah.
You're pretty good at lying, aren't you?
Yes, I usually am.
Have you been out to the exhibition grounds?
Yes.
Seriously. All right, you were down in the Maritimes, right?
Sure.
And when you were stationed there in the Canadian Armed Forces.
Yeah.
And I was born and raised in the Maritimes in Newquay.
Yeah, but we don't hold that against you out here, though.
Oh, for God's sake. What I'm trying to say is, did you ever witness anything in the Maritimes, anything like the K-Days?
Guys that were in the Navy will.
And you were there 3.5 months.
3.5 months, yeah.
You know, it doesn't take long to get sick of you, does it?
Yeah, well, there you go. I'll go with
We'll
you.
be hearing from Pecky again this evening. What, at 10 o'clock, Ron? Ron will be... Right?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, and Ron will have news, weather, and Spartans. Then Bill Matheson is going to be along. I can't imitate Bill in Scottish accent, but anyway, he'll be along 10:15.
And Belmont Credit Union.
Well, I had the pleasure of monitoring that before Bryan came on the air. And I don't know, like he's got a microphone that's around his neck, right? And we can sort of hear what he says, but we can't understand what anybody else says. And he was getting a grand chuckle there at the front of that. Halsey, hey, what are you up to, eh? Everything's going cool, Bryan. I want to dedicate this song to a very lovely woman. Not lady, woman. Just a great person to know. 28 and a half after the hour. Goes by the name of Liz. Peter McCann. From me to you. All right? It's 13 degrees outside. Just 27 and a half before the hour. 13 degrees and a temp?
That's it.
She's still the same way? Well, God love you.
All during K-Day.
Well, as us fellows here in Canada says, that's a group called Orleans. But I guess if you're from the Parlez-Vous, you call it Orleans. Is that right, Ron Peck, newsman?
Je ne sais pas.
Oh, my God, isn't that sickening?
Oui.
C'est un bon parti, monsieur, eh?
Yeah, I like your mother, too. It's 23 minutes before the hour.
In bed, femme.
Are you really serious? I mean,
What more?
you really Parlez-Vous?
No.
Ron, not only do I find it disgusting, I find it quite distasteful. I'm going to listen to Alice Cooper playing with his new snake. It's called You and Me. 22 before news time at 10. This means we are now 17 before race recap. It's 10 minutes before the hour of 10 o'clock. The blind men's gold ball this evening in the main gym of the U of A. These is the semis. Good Lord. These are the semifinals. We're 2.5 minutes away from 7 o'clock on Music Radio 93. CJCA Jerry Cox going to fill us in what's happening locally, nationally, and internationally. It's 11 degrees, and that's probably wrong, too. I'm not noted for telling the truth. Here's Crystal Gale.
Don't know when.
Olivia Newton-John, and come on over. Good Lord, it's the best proposition I had in weeks. University of Alberta. Good heavens. I mean, it's ridiculous when you got to do a show sober and you can't even speak. Anyway, welcome aboard. Bonfield Dixon, if you want me. 425-1550.
Here I am.
At CJCA, got a brand new 5-cast for you. Yes, well, if I dug a hole 40 feet deep and crawled into it, I wouldn't hit a note that low.